And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, and this is the finale of the Radical Caribbean Cup 2024. What an amazing qualifying session it was. Let's take a look at the grid. Jaden Harrison takes pole position at home, followed by the Guyanese of Khalil Rickford. Mike Van Dorn will take third, followed by Daniel Taberner, Oliver Bloch, Danny Nasir, and Andrew Roop-Narayan. It is the final round of the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship, and what a year 2024 has been for this series. It has been an awesome event, but with the final 30 seconds left on the clock, we sound it off because it is time to go racing for the final time. Race 1 of 2 here today. The top 5 will take a reverse grid after the 15 minutes are complete. But all eyes are on the lights as we focus on for the first one here today. Let's sound it off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. And for the first race of 2, we go racing. Here we go. And great start there from Khalil, who takes the jump onto the lead there as Jaden Harrison will have to file into second. Van Dorn gets touched, and he's going to have to rotate his car right back around. A little bit of piled up in the rear, but Khalil takes the lead from Jaden Harrison at the line. It's a great launch from the Guyanese, and Jaden Harrison will start the pressure on early here. Action will unfold very quickly. Khalil goes a little bit deep, and contact is already made! Contact already made between the two drivers, and Jaden Harrison hits the wall! Early on, my goodness, the action already getting started here! Did Khalil close the door? Or did Jaden send a little bit of a dive that didn't looked like he needed a bit more space? I don't know. Roop-Narayan getting through on P6 there. Danny Nasir at 7th. But Khalil, early lead. He's never won the first of 2 races. And now Jaden Harrison is going to have to start to charge up. He's got Taberner up in front of him. Still a long race to go for these drivers. But the top 3 is already split. Oliver now in P4. He's getting pressure on Van Dorn. Side by side there, the Dutchman and the Danish driver. As they go down the hill, Van Dorn will take the position from him. He's gone up to 4th. Meanwhile, side by side, and Taberner is going to lose a position to Jaden Harrison. And the chase, it's back on because the Jamaican now hustles up into 2nd position. He's got 3.4 to chase down on Khalil Rickford. Jaden Harrison's going to need every win he can get under his belt as he goes a little bit sideways there momentarily. But there you see Khalil just up the road. 3.5 is going to want to start opening up the gap as soon as possible. Khalil with the fastest lap of the race. It's a 1:12.684 against Jaden's 1:12.816. So getting very spicy out here. As Taberner losing a little bit of ground to the front 2 drivers. And Van Dorn's going to want to start to push very hard to try to get this podium position. Try to get himself up there. There's Oliver P5. Danny Nasir, 6th position. Roop-Narayan just around turn 1. Is currently 7th place. 3.1, 3.2. The gap is lowering down, folks, as this race continues. So very interesting to see who is going to take today's race win. As the gap is slowly starting to come down, but not by a lot. Still so much work to do if Jaden wants to claim victory here today. 1:12.675 against a 1:12. 666. Not the best numbers to have in a row, but Jaden will take it if he can see himself quicker. There is the Guyanese controlling the pack in the lead. 3.2 seconds though behind is Jaden Harrison, but Jaden knows he needs to push. Jaden has a lot of work to do to catch up. But not much action at the moment as the drivers start to split between each other. But I think the action is going to unfold very quickly because as we exit the end of Sector 1, Jaden has improved 2/10 faster than Rickford. Jaden Harrison started to get his groove around here at home. And Partab saying that this is the Monaco of the Caribbean. Martin replying, Monaco ain't bumpy. But I kind of understand what he means. 2.7, 2.6 seconds out of the hairpin. 12.863. And the fastest lap for Jaden Harrison. Pressure is on. Jaden Harrison slicing that time in half from his last lap. And now, with 9 minutes and 30 seconds, this is now looking like almost a walk in the park that Jaden Harrison might be able to get back to Khalil a little earlier than Khalil would want. Khalil is going to want to open up that gap, though. He's going to want Jaden to use up his tires, make more mistakes, put himself in an unforced error. Push to the limits. But Jaden is feeding himself. He's loving it. He's loving the action. He wants all the fire he can get out of that radical. Out of the double hairpin. The gap is now 2.2 seconds. Rickford across the line. A 1:12.7. Jaden across the line. A 1:12.2. Jaden Harrison quicker than the last lap. And now the gap is down to 2 seconds. Live calculations on points will continue on as today's race goes on. But as it stands, Khalil's in trouble. Khalil needs to start to push harder. Because if he doesn't, well, we're going to have a fight on our hands. Van Dorn with a personal best, as he is also on a push lap of his own. He is trying to chase down Daniel Taberner. The gap is still around that 6-second mark. But any mistake can push these drivers down a peg. And we don't know what will happen. Meanwhile, looks like Khalil has started to respond, because now the gap is started to go in favor of the Guyanese. 2.1 now. But out of the hairpin, Jaden is able to power that car down. 12.441, 12.143. Jaden still proving he's the quicker driver. He's spending a lot of time through those double hairpin. He's more confident on the throttle. So now if you're Rickford, at this point, you gotta accept one fact. Jaden is gonna be on your bumper sooner than later. Blue flags are gonna come out for Route Narine. And I believe he does know that. So he's going to stay out the way. For the two drivers there, just about. Not many places to let through around here. So Jaden will take it whenever he sees the space, because he can't afford to lose any time. Meanwhile, Rickford looks like he may have lost the 10th, being a little bit more cautious around the lap traffic, because it has lost him a bit of time. Both of them sliding on corner exit, a little more slower than the other. Little hop onto the front straight. It's a 12.9, and it's a 12.3. But remember, with Jaden pushing, how are his tires gonna look by the closing stages of this race? definitely gotta wonder because maybe Khalil's losing time because he's saving those tires for a last lap defense or an attack. On to the back straight once again. Through the chicanes, very dangerous. You clip those tire barriers the wrong way. It will cause trouble. But the gap has now pulled under a second. Between them, as we see local yellows on the front straight, if he can get that one going. I don't think we'll see a yellow. Don't think we will. Personal best for Daniel Taberner as well, a 15.3 against a 15.1. Van Dorn continuing to push. That gap has been sliced down. 3 seconds. Meanwhile, Harrison has found himself under the slipstream of Khalil Rickford. The battle is on. And we take this one to the skies out here as we see yellows there for, I believe that's Danny Nasir on the infield. Look how close they're getting now as they enter the front straight. And Jaden Harrison with the fastest lap of the race. Bonus points as well, don't forget about it. Khalil, a little bit of a slide on corner exit. Jaden with a chance. Harrison now, does he be patient around this part? Remember, last time he was this close, it was lap 1. He went for a dive, ran out of space, the door was shut. What does Harrison do this time? They eventually got Danny Nasir to lap up the road. Taberner put in a personal best. Into the left-hander, bit of a lock-up for Rickford. And Danny will get out the way, respecting the two front pack drivers. Into the chicane, look how quick and more confident Harrison is going. We are just 3 minutes away from this race complete. And this is the action we were waiting for. Into the hairpin, onto the front straight, over the hump, and across the line. A lap complete, a 13.0 gets a 12.7. Jaden looking feisty, looking to the outside. Khalil with heavy lockup, and Jaden Harrison sails to the lead. Khalil Rickford locking up, and Jaden Harrison is leading at Dover. Fireworks, Khalil, pressure. Now Rickford. If he's got better tires, there you see him sliding. Rickford is not gonna go down without a fight. Khalil's gonna start the charge down. Chat, loving it. And there you see, oh my goodness. Jamaica drift. It ain't Tokyo drift no more. Khalil is fighting with his heart. He realizes that it's do or die. It's you gotta push now or you're gonna lose Jaden. Lap traffic up the road. But the gap is opening up slowly. Khalil watching his mirrors probably and didn't realize the corner was coming up and locks up into the corner. Khalil's gonna be kicking himself that he let Jaden through just like that. But the gap isn't opening up. 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go. We're on the 2 to go on this first race of 2. What a fight this has been, but it's still far from over. gap pulled down to 1.1. Khalil starting to find his feet and realizing he may have a bit more grip in that car left. 45 seconds, they will have one more lap. Through the chicane. And the gap now under a second. So this may go down to a last lap shootout. Depends how he can aim himself out of this corner. A little bit wide out there, 1.1. Here we go. Final lap of the first race of 2. 12.7 gets a 12.7. Both of them identical lap times. Jaden just a hair quicker. But now Khalil knows he's on the final lap. He's got nothing to lose out here. He's got a really big gap behind him. Over 36 seconds. Oh, and Khalil runs deep. Is that the final nail in the coffin in this first race? Pushing a little too hard. And Jaden Harrison just has to hold off now. A 2-second buffer. He'll be more confident with that. Khalil is going to take all this information. I know it. He's going to look to the second race. That's for sure. And Khalil Rickford pushing with all his might. 2 hairpins to go that Jaden has to navigate. And Harrison will do it with ease. Jaden Harrison, what a comeback! From losing the lead and now gaining it back, he takes victory at Dover Raceway. Race 1 goes to the Jamaican. What a comeback that was. Rickford will be very upset that he let that one go, but he'll be back better than ever in race 2. Both of them will be starting towards the rear of the field. Daniel Tabiter, around the final couple corners, has Van Dorn in his sight. Oh, trouble! Van Dorn into the hill. Van Dorn taking himself out momentarily. Can he get that one rotated back on? Still P4. He got so close to the end there. So close. Maybe 2 more laps, and Van Dorn would have had it. Tabiter will finish 3rd position. Van Dorn will finish 4th. Oliver will come across the line, will finish P5, but Jaden Harrison has taken victory in the first race. All right, incredible race for that first one, done and dusted. Jaden Harrison, you take victory here at Dover. An amazing comeback, might I add, to climb back up to take the race victory. Jaden, how does that one feel?
Yeah, it was a good drive. I accidentally made a send on Khalil there, and I took like more back a wall instead of a curb, and I just got launched into the rear of his car. But yeah, he got back to position luckily, and we didn't have too much damage. And yeah, I guess I just found the pace in the race and made a good comeback.
Indeed. You start now P5 on the grid, basically the mid pack out here. As somebody who has raced over many times, and this is basically your backyard, what are you looking for as we head into this reverse grid, now starting in the mid pack with lots of traffic ahead of you? What's the goal?
Not rush past like what I did in race 1 and just survive.
Survival is key. Congratulations on race 1. Good luck on the second one. Khalil, you take home a 2nd position. Maybe not the position you wanted after that lockup there in the race, but 2nd place just behind Jaden Harrison. How was that one for you?
Yeah, congrats to Jaden. That was amazing pace. I'm pretty disappointed with my driving right now. I think I should be driving a bit faster, but yeah, not getting it out of myself right now. But yeah, let's see what I can do in race 2.
Once again, same question for you. You're starting at the rear. You got so many drivers ahead. It's not obviously not your first time, but around here at Dover, it's going to be a little bit tricky. What's the game plan out here?
Survive and try to get as ahead as I can.
Well, you know the series. You want to get this race win ahead of Jaden to even out the score. So best of luck to you in this final race.
Thank you.
Third position in today's bout, Daniel Taberner. What an amazing race for you as well. A little bit of a shame that we saw you not able to compete with the front two later on in the race, but a great start, and you were able to hold off a very feisty Van Doren at the end. How was that race for you?
That is a seriously difficult track. The two up front, Khalil and Jaden, were just taken off. They must have some ramp up to cut a few corners or something, because they were going. Mike was going, so I was quite worried about him catching me at the end. I was a bit lucky that he didn't.
Thankfully, yep, you were just about able to hold off. Daniel, you are now in the mid-pack, so you will also have a bit of fighting to do, but ahead of Jaden and Khalil, do you see yourself able to put in a gap if the other two fall into traffic?
No, we'll give it our best shot. I mean, if we get in front of them once, we've got to make it count, really.
Well, best of luck to you. Let's see what you can do for the second race. So, race 2 coming up, reverse grid. So now, let's look at those grid order right now. So Oliver will take the reverse grid pole, followed by Van Doren and Taberner. Khalil is going to start ahead of Jaden this time. Both of them saying the words. It's survival. That is what it takes around here. What Daniel's saying, this is one of the most difficult tracks. Indeed, this is a very tricky one. But now with the drivers ready to go racing out here. Ooh. Issue there with the camera. But here we go. We're going to line ourselves up just 1 minute away for this second race here. Crucial points. For the top drivers here. And it all comes down to this one. Still the championship up for grabs. Just to stir the pot. Just to stir the pot between you guys, Khalil is in the lead of the championship with 100 points. Jaden, P2, with 92 points. So have fun out there. Final race. Remember, fastest lap is also worth double, so it's 2 points for the fastest lap. Best of luck to you guys for this final one. It's been an amazing championship thus far. Let's end it off on a banger.
But basically, it's winner takes all.
Possibly. Here we go. For the final time. The championship close. Who is going to take it? Khalil versus Jaden, because the lights will go off for the final time, and we will go racing. A monstrous start from the Dutchman. He takes the lead. Khalil knows he needs to win this one. Down the inside, the Guyanese will go. Contact is made. Oliver onto the inside. Loses out. And the drivers will file through. Khalil, shotgunning to the lead, knows that he needs this race win. Jaden Harrison is going to start another charge. Taberner's going to want to defend, but Khalil, ultra attack, realizes the standings and the points, is going for it. Jaden Harrison side by side with the Englishman. Oh, it's going to be tight. Jaden backing off. But, oh, Taberner goes wide. Taberner going very wide. Jaden Harrison side by side. This is going to be very, very tight. Into the chicane. Who's the first one to back out? They're still going. Taberner will back out. Jaden up into third. Van Doren sliding on corner exit. He's struggling through there. Harrison putting the power down. Oh! Van Doren takes it to the pits. Van Doren making a pit stop. He's come out. I believe he may have accidentally entered the pits. He's lost out on third position, but game on between those two. And for Jaden Harrison, battle is on between himself and Khalil. Danny Nasir making a move on P7. Oh, trouble! Ruben Ryan going for a spin, getting right back. Meanwhile, Daniel Taberner up into third. Ventor in fourth. It's like both of these drivers, Khalil and Jaden, in a league of their own. So quick between them. As we continue doing live calculations on points, we'll let you know how this one goes. So 8 points separate them. Now, let me tell you a little bit of fun news. Jaden Harrison needs to win this race and take the fastest lap, which currently is a 1:12.560. If he can do that, the points should be level. We're going to continue doing race calculations as it stands right now, but I believe that is where they're at. We're going to find out if that fastest lap won. We're going to continue calculating as this race moves on, but Jaden needs to win this one. If not, Khalil will be champion. So, charges on, but for Khalil, he's starting to pull the pace up now. You heard him in the interview. Honestly, don't know where his pace is going, but he's trying to find it back. So, as it stands, if Jaden Harrison can win this race against Khalil, he needs to take the fastest lap. He will win this championship by 1 point. That's the official calculation. If not, Jaden will lose the championship by 1 point. It is a must-win scenario for Jaden Harrison. 3.3 seconds, 10 minutes of racing. This one is going to go down to the wire. Will Khalil Rickford, his streak, 2022, 2023. 2 years of championship dominance. The only driver to win a championship in the Radical Caribbean Cup. For the first time, can Jaden Harrison stop the streak? I don't know. Khalil, though, is gonna become the real final boss, because the gap is 3.4 seconds. Ruben Ryan, trouble. He's brought out local yellows. He's just about got back going. Jaden Harrison crucially takes the fastest lap of the race. A 1:12.249 against a 1:12.4. So 2/10 quicker. Jaden Harrison taking the fastest lap. That's 2 points he desperately needs in this championship fight. So, what action it has been thus far in today's race. Just gonna do a quick audio check. I believe we did have some difficulties there. Harrison putting the power down. Oh! Championship by 1. So apologies there. Microphone just cut out, but you didn't miss too much from my voice. You can see the action unfold for yourself. I was saying from the holdup of Jaden Harrison. I think we just got it fixed. Let me know in chat if the microphone's good now. If the microphone's good now. I hear it on my side. Let me know. But Jaden Harrison, another fastest lap. I was saying earlier, if a yellow will come out, that will help in Jaden's favor. But now is the pressure as the time starts to move down. Thank you everybody in the chat for checking on my microphone. 9 concurrent viewers, 10 concurrent viewers watching the stream. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the action. Meanwhile, I was saying if a yellow does come out, this will flip this race on its head. Oh, Root Ryan sliding that car. And then you see Oliver catching up, gonna overtake. Just over there, Van Dorn also going for a 360 early on in this race. He was able to get going, but he needs no style points, needs to get this one pushed. Meanwhile, Jaden Harrison, 6 minutes and 43 seconds left. .8 through the hairpin. Can Harrison climb up? Just about. So just to give you a little bit of background, the gap was about 2 seconds at this stage in the last race. So Jaden Harrison running behind schedule. Needs to push a bit harder. I think he's got the memo. Gap is it was 2.6. Let's see what we can do in this hairpin. If he can match it. Oh, trouble. As Oliver will go through, I think. No. I think he has. Yes, he has. Van Dorn finding even more trouble out here. Oliver was already overtook him. There you see him hitting the curb there. Meanwhile, back on the front straight. Desperation. 5 minutes and 3 seconds. 12.499. 12.571. Khalil Rickford. Has this race under his belt. Yellow flag. There you see Tavener just about getting going. Van Doren would have hoped that he wasn't a lap down from him. He would have been able to take a position off of him. Meanwhile, the gap is flip-flopping between the two drivers. Jaden Harrison able to find some improvement in the first sector, but it's the third sector that Khalil is able to pull it back. Second sector, they're about even. Second sector really consists of the straight and the chicane. And now desperation. Where does it start? The gap, 2.4. Jaden right now keeping his cool very well. Desperately needs to continue on. More yellows come out. It's on the front straight. Gets it going. Oh! Rickford just about to get through. But it has sliced the time down. Harrison, 1:11. Ruben Ryan needs to get out the way. Just about. Ruben Ryan fighting that radical. But it has put the gap down just a little bit. Crucial time. Lock up for Rickford up the road. Khalil also struggling with the tires. More yellows. Oh! Trouble between them. Can they get going? Yes, they can. Just some. What happened between them? But looked like they were able to get back going very quick.
The bumpiness.
Through the hairpin section. Oh, so much wheel spin on exit for Jaden's gonna lose him time. Meanwhile, Oliver has caught up to the rear of Daniel Tavener. Blue flags will come out for Danny Nasir. Got out the way, but for Jaden Harrison, he's running out of time. Jaden, what do you do at this point? He needs a miracle. Meanwhile, Oliver, 1.7. Behind Tavener. Van Dorn just up the road. Oh, slide! Drifts it through the hairpin. In the gap under a second. Battle for third position between Tavener and Bloch. Gap opening up quickly. Meanwhile, back at the front pack. Minute 50 to go. They should have 2 to go at the line. Through the hairpin. The gap, still 2-second buffer. Jaden cannot find the time. Khalil is able to push. A 13-1 against a 12-9. Looking back at this battle, looks like the gap has opened up 2.8. But Jaden Harrison is losing this championship. As it stands, Khalil, now at this point, he just needs to carry this car around for about 2 more laps. To call it victory, to call it the championship, to continue this undefeated streak alive. It is not over until the final lap of this one, and it's not going to be completely done until the checkered flag is waved on the driver who wins this race. No trouble! Oh, and that is it! Jaden Harrison! That is it! Spins it! Is he stuck? Jaden Harrison pushes with all his might! That may do it! That might do it, Jaden Harrison! Rotating the car a bit too much! We're on the final lap! Jaden Harrison at home! Losing it at the hairpin! Scenes out here at Dover Raceway! Khalil Rickford! I cannot believe it! Jaden pushing with all his might. And that is it. Wow. Andrew Ubnarayan into the grass. But what a fight it has been. Khalil is going to level out the score. But it doesn't matter anymore. Because Khalil Rickford from Guyana is gonna take the victory and the championship at Dover Raceway. He is your 2024 Radical Caribbean Cup champion. Jaden has pushed with all his might, but it's gonna just fall short of the championship. He finishes 2nd place.
It's Rickford.
Rickford is champion. And the GGs come out. What a race that was. And we're pushing with all his might. Jaden Harrison. Unable to match up against Khalil Rickford. He is your champion. And what a race it has been. What a fight. The donuts, the celebrations go around the field. And we're gonna see just about across the line. Third position, Daniel Tavener. Followed by Oliver Bloch. That is it. But your champion is the Guyanese of Khalil Rickford. He's gonna celebrate with that one. What a fight. Khalil, you have done it. You are champion of the Radical Caribbean Cup 2024. What a race it was. You take the race win. How was that one for you?
Yeah, my race, I mean, this whole event, to be honest, wasn't very good for me, but yeah, happy to take the championship. It's been by far the most fun year since we started, and yeah, it's amazing to see the improvement from Jaden and, you know, the other drivers, and yeah, I hope you keep doing this championship, and I hope it gets bigger and better every year.
100%. Yeah, this championship, I will also say, yeah, this was obviously our most competitive we had yet. We know in previous years, Khalil, you have been very dominant, but this one came down to the wire, but you came out as championship. And yeah, it was great popularity. A lot of the drivers very quick out here. You managed to take home the championship. I will ask you, I know you're not a driver who does come out for our Race of Champions event, but I know you do come out for our Radical event through that playoffs. Will we see you in the playoffs this time?
What are we driving in the playoffs?
The playoffs will consist of every championship car that has been run this year, so you're going to get your mix of GT3, your Formula 4, Ferrari Challenge, LMP2s, DTM cars, and of course the Radicals. So that will be one round each week.
Yeah, I really don't play Assetto Corsa, to be honest, but yeah, I'll check it out when it comes up.
Would love to. You are the playoff ticket holder now, so would love to see you out there. But overall, a wonderful championship. Great excitement here this year, and yeah, 100% next year. We're bringing this one back. Love the action, and yeah, congratulations. Amazing championship for you.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe next year it's going to be Assetto Corsa too. We'll see.
We will see, yep. We don't know about that one. Jaden Harrison, P2, you pushed with all your might. You finish home in second place here, but still, big pat on your back. You got to give yourself. That was a really hard push back up to the front. A lot more difficult than the last race. Jaden, you finished second position. You do take the fastest lap, but it's not the championship. How do you feel after that one?
Yeah, that was a decent race. I think one of the drivers ran into me on the start, and I had a lot of damage, and that really put me back. But yeah, it was a good run, good pace, good consistency, good run to Khalil. Close battle, hope to see him back for the next one. Like, these Caribbean tracks and these cars are, to me, my most favorite racing. So yeah, big improvement, and I'll take it.
Indeed. Amazing effort from you. Shame we couldn't get the championship, but it was still a wonderful race from you. Congratulations on that one. And what a fight it was. Let's talk to our man in third position. And in third position, once again, an identical podium almost there. But for yourself, Daniel, it would be third position once again. This time, you did have some more pressure in the form of Oliver behind you, but you were able once again to keep this one alive, to keep that third position. How was that race?
Yeah, that is very difficult track. I think I made a few more mistakes this time, but I was able to get away with them. I'm not sure. I think something happened to Mike. I thought he might have lost a lap somewhere, but it didn't seem like he got slowed down or I went past him, so who knows. But yeah, that's another difficult race. But
A difficult race under your belt regardless. I gotta talk to you about the Radicals themselves around here, and honestly throughout any of the tracks in the Caribbean. You made a fantastic livery over them. I'm sure you got a little place in your heart for these Radicals, but how did they fare against tracks like these?
Oh yeah, they're lovely cars, but I think that the bumps here, and especially the elevation changes, made it difficult in setup to get them well responding. I'm wondering if that's where some of the time I was losing was, but felt a bit better at Wallerfield. Is that the other one I did?
Yes.
Yeah, felt a bit better there, a bit of a flat track, but still very fun.
Very fun indeed. Well, a great effort from you there, a great finishing spot for yourself. Congratulations for the double podium.
Yeah, very happy with that.
Well, here's to the next one. We have one more championship left to go. Just before we get into the playoffs known as Race of Champions. If you can, take a look at the live stream in the Discord. It's linked there. We will be putting out now the trailer for the 19th official championship. So, you guys can tune in to the stream right now. We'll have all the information, all the downloads, and all that stuff in the next coming hours or so. I was unable to get them through right now at the moment. So, take a look at the stream now. Thank you so much for an amazing 2024 here for this Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. Easily our best since 2022. Amazing racing from all of you guys. And yeah, really hope we could see you for this championship coming up next. And we're going to end the stream off after that. So if you do have somewhere to be, thank you for sticking with us for today's race. Great turnout nonetheless. And yeah, we'll hope to see you in 1 week's time. That's going to do it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. And what a championship it has been.